All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And this is a video that I saw earlier today, and it was put up by the elder brother Karataza from Vegas. I believe this is one of his channels, GMS Vegas Sit Down 777. So subscribe. You know, he posts a lot of good content. And in the video, this is a TED Talk, right? And you can hear this lady saying in the video, let me just go ahead and put this in the chat right here. All right. So as you can see, this is a TED Talk, right? And in in this talk, you can hear her basically speaking about the normalcy, all right, or the upcoming normalcy of this MOTB technology, all right, the beast tech, because that's what it is. And she talks about the transition of the um, of society from devices going from on human bodies to inside of human bodies, all right, to augment the human body. And she mentioned contact lens that you can wear, and it can show like on your eyes as you're looking, you can see the time or the weather. She talked about a brain implant. Okay, let me see if I can find that part in here. And as you can see, look at this. Look at that. Would you look at that? She mentioned that as well, that MOTB, the tags, right? And this is now something they're talking about at TED Talks. Now, that's why I titled the video Prophecy is Being Made Normal, because there was a point not too long ago that whenever you spoke about especially this MOTB, you were considered a conspiracy theorist. You were labeled, yep, you're just one of those. But now, for the same things that we were speaking on to now be is being brought into the mainstream media and talks around the world more and more, and is being made normal. They're desensitizing the minds of the people, letting them know that the direction that the world is in and is further progressing in is in the direction of the digital age. Okay, the digital age. The new world is going to be ruled by technology, and these Edomite elites want to be the gods of that new world. So this is an example that she was speaking about the contact lens, where you could, it's like if you've ever seen the movie Iron Man, now you can see how from when they show the perspective of what Tony Stark can see while he's inside of his suit, you can see how on the screen it'll show like a location, for example, will pop up, as he's flying over there. It'll give him information on whatever he needs, or whatever he needs to look up. It'll pop up on there. And he has I forgot the name. I don't know if it's Jarvis or something like that, but it's like this AI intelligence in his suit that he can ask questions, and it responds. Well, they mentioned that here. The only thing is going from a suit to your brain. And in here it talks about, let me actually see. I'll know when. There we go. Here it is. I'll play this real quick.
You'll be able to control your smartphone.
Let's move back a little bit and listen to what she's saying.
Entitled The New Person You're About to Run Into. 2, you'll be able to control your smartphone from your eyes, and videos will be beamed directly into your contact lenses.
Videos will be beamed directly into your contact lenses. So instead of looking at your phone as if that's not bad enough, now it's just going to be directly on your eyeballs. Wow, even better. Because now you're too lazy to pick up a phone, but they 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 say it time and time again that the next phase is merging man and machine. But now listen to what else she says.
And 3, a built in personal assistant could be implanted right into your brain.
You hear that? A built-in personal assistant can be implanted right into your brain, right? What they call that? Yeah, in the hand or the forehead, right? The metapon. But it says into your brain.
Instead of typing up your shopping lists or social media posts on a keyboard, you could have a brain computer interface that automatically types your words when you simply think about them. The new friend.
You hear that? So you can have a brain implant, a computer, an AI that in essence you don't even need to type. If you want to send a message, like they want to deal almost like telepathy. If you want to send a message to somebody, you don't need to pick up your phone, go to messages, find the person's name, and type out something. That AI can do it for you. Like when you have Siri and you say, "Hey Siri, send this message," and then you say what the message is, and then she sends it. You don't even need to touch your phone. Well, now you can just think the message you want to send and it'll send it. Now, the same way Siri can read messages, you can set there's settings where you can, whenever somebody sends you a message, your phone can read it to you. So now imagine a world where instead of basically having your phone, you can think a message, and once you send it with your digital AI implant in your brain, somebody else who is receiving the message, if they have a digital AI implant in their brain, they can hear that message in their head as their AI can read it for them. So if I think, hey, Shalom, send, then the next brother, or sorry, I'm not even gonna say brother because we ain't getting this shit, but the next individual who receives that message, their AI can probably, sign like, oh, new message incoming from such and such. And this is all in your head. Would you like me to open it? And then if you think yes, or you say yes, then it goes ahead and reads it. Message from Jake 207. Hey, what's going on? Would you like to reply? Yes. Then you think whatever you want to reply and send it. So in essence, it's like technological telepathy without actually being on the phone and texting. You're using your brain, sending it one. But once again, this is because, see, when Yahweh Shai did it, when he read the thoughts of others, he wasn't doing it with no implants in his brain. This was through spiritual power. But these elites know and understand that in order for them to have a world where they can have total control, the only way for them is through that technology. So this MOTB is much bigger than just having that charagma in your body, because it's going to be a whole new age of the world where everything, like they call it the Internet of Things, everything is going to be controlled or operated through an MOTB system. Okay, the charagma is one way where the individual can be ingratiated into that system, but this is going beyond just having that inside of you. Now that you have the charagma, you need to interact using the charagma, and that's where you have this whole system. So they are normalizing this, letting you know that we're not asking you for permission to bring this about. We're just trying to prepare you for what we are already bringing about. So we are literally in that transition Revelation, the 13th chapter, there's a reason we always emphasize it, because that prophecy is not, it's not a light, it's not a small thing. This is a worldwide change. Okay. And it's going to get to the point where you're going to start seeing this being the new way of life for a period of time. So now I want to start off with the book of Job. And this might not be a long lesson because I really have only a few precepts. And so let's go through the spirit and see. Now, this is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straight. So who's the he we're dealing with here in Job 20? We're dealing with Esau Edom, but more specifically, the elites of Esau Edom. Now it says, he shall be in straits, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When you look up the word fullness, one of the definitions is at the height of success. So that means that right now they're normalizing it, but there's going to come a point where when they feel like they can finally start clapping their hands, like we finally pulled it off, we were able to do it, they're going to get hit. It's not going to last. Now, when you actually look up, when you hit on tools and you go to Bibles and you look up this, like one of the translations, the CSB, it says here, at the height of his success, distress will come to him and the full weight of misery will crush him. So at the height of his success, meaning that they're going to be able to bring this thing to an extent, but it's not going to last. It's not going to last long at all. So just when they think that they're about to, like it says, fill his belly, what is the success of eating? When you eat, right? When you make food, the point is you can eat the food and be full. That's when you're done eating. That's when you're full. That's when your belly is full, right? When you're finished eating. So the scriptures go on to say that when he is about to fill his belly, that means that he's going to be able to make the food, he's going to be able to start eating, but before he finishes eating, before he's full, before his NWO is completely successful, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. Now, why? Because in order for his NWO to be completely successful, he has to get everybody. Okay? He has to get everybody, even if it means eliminating those that he can't get. So the Lord is not going to allow that to happen. That's why when he is about to fill his belly, he might have the masses, he might have the majority, but when he is about to get either eliminate everybody else or just fully set this in place, the Lord it says the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. What is that? That's the destruction that's going to come. All right, followed with the return of Yahushua. So that means that from where we are now until that point, we're going to see some very quick quantum leaps from buying with cash, because certain places you go now, you can pay with cash, to, be fizzling out cards and moving on to this new digital age, which commerce transactions is going to be at the forefront of it, is going to play a very big role, but it's not going to be the only role. Everything is going to be getting more digitally advanced. And you can go watch this video. I've put the link in the chat and you'll see what they're talking about. How this is going to be the normal life now. And if you thought life is hard without taking the Vanessa, just wait till this becomes the new way of life. That's why the hour of temptation is written about the way it is. Because with the Vanessa, it's like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Well, wait till this comes. The Vanessa was, I can't do this, I can't do that. This is going to be, I can't live. All right? For a lot of people. And we are at that process, Revelation chapter 13, verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image, which is that system to the beast, which had the sword, the wound by a sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So this MOTB system, all right, that is gonna be at the end of it all. See, think of it, think of the actual tag, the charagma itself, as like the key. And when you are building a house, the key is really like one of the last important things. That's, you first need a door with a lock in order to for the key to be of any use. And if you're going to have a door with a lock, what is the door going to lead to? When you open the door, what are you going to see? So you need to have a room, you need to have a house. You got to build everything, set it up nicely, and then put doors at the entrances, and then put locks on the doors. Then you start to use the key. So that's why we're seeing more of the MOTB infrastructure before we see more of the actual charagma itself, because that charagma is like the key to accessing this MOTB infrastructure. And the hour of temptation is going to be the way it is, because the houses, the infrastructure is going to be the only thing you see around you. And the only way to be able to partake in society is by having that what's the word I'm looking for? Is by consenting, okay, to be tagged, to gain permission in. And they're starting by normalizing, okay? They're normalizing and putting these talks out there into people's minds, so where people are desensitized and understand that, you know what, this is the age that that the direction the world is moving in. And then at any point they can just expedite that through a crisis or an event, one that would just push the old world off the cliff and just leave the new world standing. So it says, verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So as they're bringing that transition, not only are they trying to desensitize the mind to it, they're also trying to phase out. They're trying to phase out those that are not with it, those that are not in agreement with this way, that are not trying to go with this transition. And this is going to be a big thing. It's going to everywhere, or every sector of the world is going to be pushing and promoting this thing. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 20. It says, and the beast was taken, and we know the beast is NATO and the EU, okay, with America leading that. It says, and with him the false prophet, right, which is the church, the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, and all their daughter churches. It says, now it says that wrought miracles before him, with what? With those miracles, which is that with which he deceived them that had received the MOTB. So people are going to take it because because of the way it's going to be presented to them. They're gonna conform, and they're gonna take it. The same way when the serpent came to Eve, he made that wicked way, which is written in the form of that fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He made that appealing, enticing, to where he deceived her, because it was appealing to the eyes. So she went and partook of it. So that's what they're gonna do. Okay, they're gonna reenact that, and this time that fruit is gonna be the MOTB. It says, and them that worship this image, these both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. So as you look around you, be not surprised as everything is going digital, and you have people that say, oh no, I'm not comfortable doing that. But honestly, if you're not held back by the spirit of the Lord, you're gonna conform as the world conforms. We've seen it over and over. Matter of fact, we saw it just the past 2 years, as people said, I'm not gonna take the Vanessa. And as more and more people were taking it, and as the majority was pushing for it, What happened? A lot of people broke, turned around and did it. And that's all the proof you need to know that you can't sit here and say, "Oh, well, I ain't gonna take that." It ain't up to you. It ain't up to you because you're the same people that said, "I ain't gonna take the jump shot. I ain't gonna take the Vanessa." And what happened? You ended up taking it. You ended up switching up your tune and taking it. So we said it. That is one thing to say it before it happens. It's another thing when you're in the moment. See? So the same way the Vanessa came out and people broke, they couldn't stand firm, they couldn't trust in the Lord, and they broke because of their job or whatever it was, and they went and took it. When that MOTB comes, it ain't gonna be up to you whether you take it or resist it. It's one, like I said, right now, right now, the system that they have in place, okay, is not the same system that's going to be in place when the MOTB is fully instituted. So it's one thing to look around you right now and say, "Oh, I ain't gonna take it." But what happens when the next time you look around you, everything is circulated around it? Can you then make that same decision in saying, "I ain't gonna take it"? You're gonna see a lot of people turn around and go ahead. But it's gonna be by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that the elect are not gonna do it. Okay, so that was pretty much it. I just watching that video, and it was very interesting how the new normal uh, talk is dealing with this charagma, and not just the charagma, but the whole technology that deals with it, which is merging, putting together man and technology. Okay, putting that together to uh, go past the normal boundaries of man to do things that you couldn't otherwise do. This is Esau's way of spiritual power, his way of becoming a Superman or whatever. Okay, and at the end of the day, guess what? It's not going to succeed. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to break it down. Yep. GMS as it is written. Even Apostle Peter said he wouldn't deny Yahushua, but did. Yeah, and when he said it, he in his mind he meant it, but it wasn't up to him what he was going to do at that time. Just like it's not up to us what we're going to do at this time. Hey, if it was up to, it wasn't up to us to become prophets, because none of us. Well, hey, I'll tell you personally, when I was growing up, I never once thought in my life I'm going to go out there in the highways and byways, open the Bible and be a Bible teacher. No, I never once thought that. But look at where I'm at. So what does that tell you? It tells you that it's not up to you. It ain't about what you think you're going to do. It's about what the Lord has set already that you are going to do. And that's why we pray that the Lord keeps us in that hour of temptation, because he's going to be the one directing us on what to do, what not to do. So we just hope that he doesn't direct us to take it, and instead he gives us the strength not to. But with that, I hope you were edified. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.